Hi everyone, I hope you're well. I sat here for a while thinking, what do I want to share? What do I want to talk about today? And I think I'm going to talk about the um, an experience I had this morning and what it led to. So on my way to church, I saw a homeless person sitting in front of a supermarket 2 doors away from the church, and I was gonna walk past and not look, but that's not me really. It's not. It's kind of really difficult for me to do that. Anyway, I looked back. I looked back, and the person sitting there said hello, and I said hello, and I carried on to church. Whilst I was at church, I was writing and praying, and just thinking about um, just a few things relating to like the next steps for me, just what I feel that the Lord has laid on my heart, and what seems to tug on my heart as well. And I sensed very strongly that I think it definitely has to do with um, helping people that are on the streets get off the streets, and people pretty much just reaching out, because it's just something that I find almost impossible to do, to walk past the homeless. I do it sometimes, but it really troubles me when I do. When to see a homeless person, or to see somebody that is in need and in distress, and just walk past them. Mainly people who are homeless, actually. I would say that a lot of the times I probably can walk past people, maybe that I feel have got an ailment or are struggling on their feet. But if I see a homeless person, there's just something that I find very difficult to ignore. Anyways, I was praying for this person. I was just declaring that they'll get off the streets, that the Lord will turn their life around. I was thinking of the people that were on the streets primarily, really, and that weren't in church, and didn't yet know the Lord. And I could tell that, yeah, that's definitely a call I have on my life, because I can't, it's very difficult for me to ignore people who are homeless. Anyway, why am I sharing this? I guess I'm sharing this because there's been a lot of searching and a lot of asking and praying and wanting to find out from the Lord what the next steps will be, what He will like me to do. And whilst I don't really have an A to a B or plan, a strategy or whatever, I do know that I am definitely called to help people who are homeless. I feel like people who are homeless, who are really like down and out, are people that God would or want me to reach out to. I don't really know what that's going to look like. I don't really even know where to start. To be quite honest, a very long time ago, we're talking years and years ago, several years ago, I would go around the city center, and I would sometimes sit and talk and pray with homeless people, and sometimes just give them food, and just say some very kind words that I could say with a group. I wasn't alone, and we would do that. I think we did that as part of a church at the time. So I do have that kind of, if you like, experience or background, or should I say, I remember doing that. I don't think that's what the Lord wants me to do now. Whilst I don't really understand fully what will have me do, this is something I'm still trying to process and still trying to figure out. Anyway, I'm sharing this here because I just couldn't help but I was praying that that person would get off the streets, will sort their lives out, that their lives will be sorted out, whatever that meant for the Lord to intervene. Anyway, on my way back, the person was still there, so I was able to talk to them, and yeah, one thing led to the other. Anyway, I did talk to the homeless person. I tried to invite them to the church as well, because we were having a party at church after service, and they declined. But anyway, I guess the most important thing I'm trying to share here, bring here is, I don't even have a title for this, but I guess I am trying to share that if there's something that really tugs on your heart, which you find that no matter, like how many years, or like if that issue or that problem presents itself, you can't help but be moved by it. I feel like that's a strong sense that you have a call in that area. I guess we could title this a call. I've actually got I did come up with a name for what the ministry or the organization or whatever it's going to be, the group I'm going to form is. I'll share that much later. I won't share that today. Um, yeah, but anyway, so if there are any of you out there like trying to figure out, well, what would God have you do? Like, who has He called you to? That's definitely a good way to find out and to know where you have got a real desire to resolve or to solve or be find a solution to an issue. Whenever it comes up, you can't but ignore. You cannot ignore it. You just can't ignore it's something that it might not keep you up at night, but you just feel a tug on your heart every time that issue is presented or is presenting, or you're anywhere around it. Then you definitely know that you've got a call there. I guess figuring out your call could be the title of this this vlog. Thanks for listening. Please like, share, and comment. God bless you. Bye now.